friends, I'm Bee and this is Bee's Intuition, and today we're going to do a reading all about your intuition and how is it spot on right now. Let's just dive right in. Please and thank you, Spirit. How is the collective's intuition spot on right now? Please and thank you. How is the collective's intuition spot on right now? Please and thank you, Spirit. What are the ways in which the collective's intuition is spot on right now? Please and thank you. Anything else? Please and thank you. Anything else in relation to the collective's intuition? Oh, okay. I think. Ooh. Okay. And that's that. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Starting out, we got the Page of Cups. So, you know, with the Page of Cups, I get specifically like more of a crush energy. I'm not sure why, but that's just like the vibes I get from the Page of Cups. It's like a crush. And I'm honestly picking this up as like, I think you have a crush on somebody that likes you back, and your intuition knows that in some regard. Balance. So your intuition is spot on about how you can achieve balance within your life. You're probably mastering balance in your life, to be honest. The Hermit card. So yeah, you're like, not only are you spot on in terms of like wisdom, because you're very like old soul is what I'm picking up. Either you've had like a lot of life experiences or something, because like you're very wise. But I'm getting like your intuition also tells you when it's right for you to isolate, when it's like, when it's ready for, or when you're ready to not isolate anymore. Like your intuition tells you like these things on like a deep level, and you're like mastering yourself and your own intuition. Temperance. So your intuition is spot on when it comes to healing things that need to be healed, when it comes to trying to correct mistakes or connections, like connections with others, not even necessarily romance, but it could be like with family, with friends. You know, your intuition is telling you how to go about those relationships in a positive, healthy way, and I feel like that's kind of how your intuition is spot on with that one. Nine of Pentacles. There's something that you're working on that is going to lead you to a crazy amount of abundance and independence and stability. So like, I feel like your intuition probably told you to go down this path, and you're following that voice, and it's leading you down your right path, the path that you're meant to go down. It's like your destiny. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles, and so that's giving me the energy of like stability and abundance. It could even be somebody in your life who you see as like mature, stable. This could be the person that you have a crush on. Or it could just be somebody else in your life. It seems like you have good feelings about this person. It's not anything bad, especially because they're showing up as the King of Pentacles. They're very stable, very mature. They might be older than you, or like a boss or a manager of some sort, but you'll know that better than I. Better than I. Okay. Sorry, I tapped my mic. I hope it wasn't very loud. Let's just start clarifying. All right, let's start out with that Page of Cups. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify the... Well, thank you. Four of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, I'm getting with that you... Because this is how your intuition is on point. I'm getting with that because usually this is about like clinging on to things like to an unhealthy degree to an extent. And I feel like your intuition is spot on in terms of like how, if this is related to a crush here, you know, like when it's the right time to back off, when it's the right time to um, try harder. Like you're very much paying attention to like, do I give more in this moment, or do I back off because the other person's not putting in as much effort? Like, do I wait to see how they're doing or how they're giving back energy? It's like that kind of vibes I'm getting. And if that's not related to a crush, it could just be in terms of love. You're growing a healthy idea of like of relationships. Like it's like you're figuring out, yeah, it kind of goes back to what I was saying. Like like how to, you now know when to back off and when to put in effort when it comes to love, when it comes to romance. You may have had issues in the past with codependency, so it could be like maybe at the forefront of your mind in relation to relationships or romance. Um, but it seems like your intuition tells you when do you need to cling, or is it even necessary for you to cling to certain things. Like it seems like that's definitely something you've been going through. It's like maybe a realization about that. Do you have anything else for that Page of Cups for me, please? And thank you, Spirit, for the collective in terms of how their intuition is spot on right now. Page of Cups clarification. Thank you. Oh, is that too many? No. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I see. Sorry if you can hear that. People are talking in the background, talking to dogs and stuff. So, what just came out was, this is clarifying still the Page of Cups. The Lover's card came out. Five of Swords. Three of Wands. Oh, there's swans. There's swans in the river. They're flapping their wings. They're huge. Okay, anyways. The Magician in reverse. The Five of Pentacles. So this is very interesting energy because we have two conflict cards. So if this has to do with a crush, there's been some tension here. Sorry, now there's a helicopter. I feel like every time I try to sit down and do a reading, there's just always so much noise. It's literally so low. I'll have to wait until it passes. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to hear me. I'm so dramatic when things inconvenience me. Oh, sorry, Aunt. I hope I didn't sit on you. Anyways. Yes. Okay, yeah, so this is very odd to me. Yeah, there's definitely been some conflict, and somebody thinks that they failed at manifesting this connection. It's like, okay, there's like a major decision, choice that had to be made here, or that needs to be made. Somebody here, I'm gonna have to clarify this because this is usually a bullying type of energy to me. I don't dig. If this is a crush, I don't want you crushing on. Really? You're coming back? I wonder if they're looking for me. I'm right here, baby. Give me a free copter ride. I've never been in a helicopter before. Anyways. Maybe something's about to take off for you. Anyways. Okay, you know what? I am just gonna go on and clarify this Five of Swords because I don't want to make any assumptions here. Yeah, I don't want to make any assumptions. Before I do that, bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords, leaving behind something that doesn't serve you, going towards something that does. Okay, let's clarify this Five of Swords, please and thank you. Can you clarify this Five of Swords for me, please and thank you, Spirit? Thank you. Oh, the antsies are crawling on my legs. That tickles. Okay. Clarify this Five of Swords, please and thank you. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Okay, I'm just gonna show you what the heck came out, because this is weird. Eight of Wands, followed by the Two of Swords. Some sort of communication here left somebody feeling confused. Oh, I wonder if maybe. I wonder if maybe there could have been some sort of misunderstanding, miscommunication. Because now that I look at it, the Five of Swords does, it's a swords card, so it has to deal with communication. Maybe it was an argument or something that made people feel bad. Maybe it was a lose-lose situation. Maybe it was just an argument that you had between somebody that just made you feel sucky, both of you. It might have been just like, maybe nobody was notorious in that argument or whatever. And then through communication, that should have been happy though. Like, what the heck? Like, okay, the Eight of Wands is usually happy communication, positive communication, fast incoming communication. But then it's like, okay, this indecision needs to be, like, this answer or decision that this person needs to make needs to be made through their intuition. That's the only way that they'll make the correct decision. Okay. So I guess that's what is going on with that Five of Swords. Yeah, it must have been something that was said in an argument or something, and it caused somebody to be conflicted. But then it's like forward movement here with the Three of Wands. Like, the time is now. I want to go for this thing. So maybe somebody made up their mind about what they want here. And now they want to go towards it. But with the Magician in the reverse, it feels like somebody feels like a failure in terms of manifesting something here. Something didn't work out. Or, because it is the Magician in the reverse, it could have to do with a manipulator. Somebody that's kind of scheming, trying to manipulate the situation. And then the Five of Pentacles is like somebody out in the cold, somebody feeling abandoned, somebody feeling just like rough and having to like make it on their own, but feeling like they don't have the proper supports in place to do that. I'm gonna clarify that Magician card in the reverse because, yeah, I want to know if this is somebody that's being shady or not. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands. So you may be experiencing somebody in your life that's this King of Wands energy, somebody that's like charismatic, passionate, goes towards the things that they want. Yeah. Or that could be you. You could be in that energy right now. Yeah, let's clarify this Magician card in the reverse, please and thank you. Can you clarify this Magician card in the reverse, please and thank you, Spirit, for the collective, in regards to what's spot on about their intuition right now? Ooh, yeah, okay. Now the truth comes out. Oof. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. Okay, well, I'm just gonna show you because it's like, okay. This one's a little bit of a strange pile here. Okay. So we got, this is clarifying the Magician card in the reverse. 7 of Cups. Something with choices, something not everything is as it seems. Something is hidden potentially. Illusions are at play. Ace of Wands. Somebody is very sexually attracted to somebody here. It could be the motivating factor of bringing 2 people together or somebody towards another. 7 of Swords. This is scheming. This is somebody that's being sneaky. Especially because this is clarifying the Magician card in the reverse. I'm almost seeing this now as like somebody getting karma. Like for them being a pooper stinker, manipulating poopy head. They feel left out in the cold. They feel abandoned. They feel weak and unable to make things work how they want them to work. Feeling like they're lacking. Okay, so if this has to do with a crush, I would say you've had to back away from this person potentially. Maybe they were clinging too tightly to you, or maybe you were clinging too tightly and you decided to correct that. And it's like maybe you felt like a divine connection to this person. Maybe you even felt like that the divine was leading you two together. But then there was this conflict that happened that led to confusion in communication. But who was this? Okay. Something is up with this 3 of Wands. I'm not getting the full picture yet. Okay, let me clarify that 3 of Wands. Before I do that, the Emperor card is at the bottom of the deck. You could be in your Emperor mode, which is very much like boss energy, you know, doing your thing and gaining success. Or it could be somebody that you know, that you look up to maybe. Or a boss, or somebody older than you, more experienced. Okay, can you clarify this 3 of Wands for me, please, and thank you, Spirit? There's a swan in front of me. It's so pretty. Page of Swords. They saw something. And now they want to act. What the heck is going on with this one? Three of Wands clarified by the Page of Swords. Somebody spying. Somebody looking from afar. But it's like they want to act on something here. But the Page of Swords can also indicate delays. So maybe the thing that they want to act upon isn't happening right now. And now they're kind of just like standing there staring or watching. Okay. And then there's this manipulative energy. Trying to build some sort of illusion here. Maybe they're trying to hide the fact that they just want the good times. How do I word this? Well, I'll just spell it out. SEX. It may be just simple as that this is somebody that's just coming in for the wrong reasons, or like not being completely honest about what their intentions are. But they feel like they need to get away with something, or they want to get away with something. Could be a player energy. Okay. Okay. Sometimes I get too hung up on like the specifics, but I also need to realize that this is going to be describing many people's scenario. So it may not make sense to me, but it may make sense to you guys. Oh, because I just left some cards behind when I picked up the deck. I think I'm going to clarify this Five of Pentacles because I'm getting sort of like a karma feel from it, but I'm not sure. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify this Five of Pentacles, please? The Emperor. What the heck is going on here? Oh. Okay, it's finally clicking. This is a reading all about how your intuition has been spot on. You are the Emperor. You're the one that freaking knew that somebody was being shady here. Somebody was like not being a good person. There could have been an argument. There could have been some sort of like debate that kind of went out of hand. And then there was like confusion. And then there's like this building of like a plan to come forward because of something that they saw. But then there's like a little bit of a delay even. And then this manipulative energy. I think there's an ant up my shorts. Okay. This is such a strange energy. I don't really know what to make of this. Sorry if you can hear the sirens. So, I'm taking this as maybe, if this does have to do with a crush, I feel like maybe you were all in for this person and they were not all in for you. They just wanted some hanky-panky, you know, kind of action. And so maybe you kind of like embody this Emperor mode and you're like, I've lived long enough. I have seen and experienced things to the extent that I know what's going on here. And so I feel like you either cut this person out, or like maybe you called this person out in some way. You took away their power somehow. But like, I think they deserved it. That's the thing. Like, that sounds bad, that like, it sounds like, oh, you took away this person's power, but like, they were not using their power for good. It doesn't seem like it. Maybe you were deceived by a crush or something. The other thing I'm getting, if this has to do with romance, somebody was being sneaky and you caught on to it and you cut them out, maybe even before they got the chance to do something serious. Maybe you were noticing some red flags and cut this person out before it could get really bad. Yeah. You're protecting your energy as well. Like, the Emperor gets to be the Emperor because he's lived a full life. He's fought in those battles. He's gained experience and experienced all different types of things throughout his life to enable that growth towards the Emperor status. So yeah. You're very powerful. So yeah, I think that's what this message here is your intuition was spot on when it came to somebody that was being sneaky, with somebody that was being manipulative and very unhealthy. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Your intuition could be spot on about some sort of like investment opportunity or some sort of like passion project or something that you want to work on. Either career-based or maybe just like a side project, hobby. There's something here that maybe you're being called to do, and it seems like that's something that your intuition is spot on about. Could also have to do with your life path in some way. Okay. Well, that was interesting. That was a little bit confusing for a minute there, but now I think we got it. Okay, let's go on to the Two of Pentacles, please and thank you. Can you clarify that for me, please and thank you, Spirit? Can you clarify the Two of Pentacles? Nine of Swords. Okay. You could have just come out of a time of anxiety, dealing with mental health issues. Okay, Antsy Wantsies, you gotta get off my leg. It tickles. Can you go elsewhere, little buddy? Yeah, can you go? This ant's just looking at me like, bro, I was on your leg and I was loving it. I don't want you on my leg. That's the problem. Shoo. Thank you. Okay, you're just gonna go to my other leg now? Come on, buddy. I'm sorry, but like, stay away from my bits. Thank you. Okay. Oh, don't mind me, just talking to the ants. Okay. So this is interesting. We had the Nine of Swords that came out to clarify the Two of Pentacles. We also have the Two of Pentacles, so double confirmation. What was I saying before about the Two of Pentacles? That you are achieving balance in your life. The Star card also came out, so... Okay. Ooh, that's kind of like an interesting energy I'm getting with that one. I don't even know if I can articulate it correctly. Okay, well, the way I see it is that there's like a period of anxiety, fear, overthinking, maybe even having a hard time sleeping. Then there's like this balancing taking place. And then there's the Star card, which is like all about, it's about so many things. I'm almost getting it as like this is a low point and this is a high point here. And then there's like stabilizing in between them. Maybe you've been working on stabilizing yourself, stabilizing your mental health, stabilizing your like your attitude towards life. And it could be leading to good, healthy things, like healing not only yourself, but healing others. I feel like you're serving the higher collective, or like yeah, there's something about the collective involved with that. I feel like there's just like this ant that's been like carrying around this like fly or something. I don't know. It's very distracting though, because it's like just as big as him. Okay. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe you've been feeling overburdened by something. Maybe that's what caused this anxiety. But then there's like this balancing taking place. And then it leads to like this star status for you. I'm gonna clarify, I think, this Two of Pentacles, because there's something going on with that. Ace of Pentacles again at the bottom of the deck. Did I have that before? Yeah, I did. So, same message goes there. Something about what you want to explore. The ant's still walking around with that damn fly. Okay. Anyways, clarify this Two of Pentacles for me, please, and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify that Two of Pentacles for me, please, and thank you, Spirit? What is this like balancing taking place with that Two of Pentacles, please, and thank you, Spirit? Okay. Ooh. Well, to clarify this Two of Pentacles that's in between the Nine of Swords and the Star card, we have the Queen of Swords, a baddie who knows how to put up boundaries. We love to see it. Five of Wands, passionate conflict. This could also be conflict within yourself. I'm almost like wondering if like did you put boundaries up with yourself in some way? Like, you may, it's a weird message, but I feel like maybe you have boundaries for yourself that you hold yourself to, or like you have standards that you hold yourselves to, or something. Because like you go from this place of like anxiety, fear, overthinking, and then you're like, I'm crystal clear. Clear-headed. I think I'm going to clarify that Five of Wands because it's like, what kind of conflict is going on here? Because it could be internal, it could be external, so I think I want to clarify that. Bottom of the deck, the Tower card. You could have called a tower moment. You could have seen something coming from a mile away and either avoided it or you leaned into it in a positive way. Maybe you learned from that tower moment in some way. Okay, let's clarify that Five of Wands, please and thank you. Can you clarify that Five of Wands for me, please and thank you, Spirit? Can you clarify, please and thank you? Anything else to clarify that Five of Wands, please and thank you? Okay. Okay. This is odd. Okay. Clarifying the Five of Wands is the Wheel of Fortune. Buggies. Okay. Shoot. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, clarifying the Five of Wands is the Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, Four of Wands. Divine timing with a King of Cups character that wants to lead to union. This is such a strange pile. Somebody may have learned a lesson here. Nine of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Five of Wands, Star card, Divine timing, King of Cups, Union. I feel like I might be overcomplicating it. Okay. Hope that's royalty-free music. Anyways, that doesn't make any sense. What? It could be that you were really worried about some sort of connection with somebody, but it needed balance. And so you embodied this Queen of Swords energy to put up boundaries. Maybe somebody still wants to fight for this because they feel like it's divine timing. They feel like they've learned lessons. They feel like they've matured in some way. They feel like they're ready for this. They see you as the star. Maybe a dream fulfillment even for them. Part of their destiny. Maybe they see this as their destiny, this connection with you. Huh. Because it seems like you've been working on yourself to an extent that, sorry about the sound in the background. There's just people around. Let's see now. Yeah, they could see you as like a wish fulfillment of some sort. Maybe it's written in the stars in this person's mind, this connection. Maybe they've balanced out not only, maybe you've not only balanced this connection out, but maybe they've balanced themselves out to be ready for this. So maybe this could even be that your intuition was spot on about somebody needing to balance something, needing to balance out their personal stuff, needing to balance out or find some sense of stability within themselves to be prepared for a connection with you or something. Maybe you kind of like let this person be and let them figure out their own stuff, and now they're coming back around. Okay. Bottom of the deck is also Temperance. So yeah, it could be that somebody wants to come back around to heal something between the two of you. And so I would say, yeah, it seems like this is something that they want, something that they care about. They want like an equal exchange back and forth. Okay. All right. Let's clarify this Hermit card, please and thank you. Can you clarify that? Thank you. Weird. Six of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Wands in the reverse. Clarifying the Hermit card. Somebody wasn't giving here. Somebody was not growing, was not evolving, was not trying to become this King of Wands upright. Maybe they're like too self-obsessed or something. Too self-focused. Yeah, self-focused because the lack of sharing here, the lack of giving to a situation with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Can you tell me more about this, please and thank you? Can you tell me more about this? Thank you. Anything else, please and thank you? Something flipped over in here. Where is it? Okay. We got the Five of Cups. Somebody is clearly disappointed, sad. Knight of Swords. Somebody's coming forward with communication. So, yeah, I feel like because somebody didn't give to a situation, because somebody was not willing to become mature to be the right person for you, they kind of like screwed themselves over. And now I feel like they're trying to fix it. Maybe they went through this hermit phase and now they're coming back because they've grown some sort of wisdom. I don't know though, because it's like they're showing up as the King of Wands in the reverse, which is not great energy. Could even be toxic. I wonder if they're going to play the victim, especially with that Five of Cups upright. Like, woe is me kind of thing. Like, nobody ever sticks around, and it's like, well, you're not putting in the effort, so yeah, nobody's going to stick around if you're not putting in effort. Yeah, I don't like that energy. Let me clarify this Knight of Swords, because what is this message that they're trying to get across here? Especially if they're still in this mopey energy. I don't want them to coming towards you with anything that doesn't serve you, you know? Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups again, so that could be double confirmation for a crush, or that could be double confirmation just saying that you're really spot on in terms of love right now and romance. So maybe like you have a good intuition when it comes to gauging people, which makes sense, especially with that first pile. Okay, let's clarify this Knight of Swords, please and thank you. This is an intense reading. I wasn't expecting it to be this intense. Can you clarify that Knight of Swords for me, please and thank you? What is this person trying to communicate? Knight of Wands. So again, they have things they want to say. Ugh, I don't like it though. Okay, so they might have like things that they actually want to tell you that you might not know, some sort of information that they think is important. And these are the two fastest moving knights in the deck, so this is probably going to happen soon. But it's like they're flirty and like not very deep from the feeling of it. Like, this person's trying to waste your time, I feel like. Whoever this person is. Oh, this could also be telling you that, like, you'll know who this person is when they come towards you, and I feel like you're gonna just know exactly, like, what they're up to. Because, again, like, you are wise. I'm almost getting that you're this hermit. You're this wise person. You've taken the time to explore your soul inside and out, find out the answers that you need to know. And this person just doesn't feel like they do the work. And it's like they feel entitled to your energy, though. And this person could be attractive because I'm almost getting the energy of like they may try to manipulate the situation by like being like super flirty, like, oh, let's just talk about fun stuff and, you know, sex stuff to distract from the reality that I'm not prepared for something here and that I haven't done the proper things to prepare. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So they might want to start something with you, but it's like, yeah, they see you as like part of their life path, but it's like, are they worthy of that though, you know? Let's clarify this Knight of Wands energy because it seems odd. Yeah, they want to work with you with the Three of Pentacles, but it's not feeling super emotional. Strength card as well. Yeah. Oh, no. Do you hear this, ant? Isn't that crazy? Okay. Yeah. They're lacking emotion, dude. Like, is this person a robot? I feel like they're going to try and play into your emotions without actually giving any emotions, if that makes sense. So this, I feel like, is another kind of loser energy. Like that magician in the reverse. Could be the same person, but I'm getting the feeling that it's not. This is a different person, I think. But they clearly want to build something with you. Oh, yeah. They see you as their stability. And that's kind of the message I was getting with this strength card is like, I don't like this, but this is what they're telling me. You're like this angel here. And they're like the beast, well, the lion in the picture here. They're like the beast, or they feel like they're in some way like a beast of some sort. Maybe they have like those inner demons and stuff that they try to hide or whatever, or run from. And it's like, I don't like this. It's like saying that they feel like you can tame their demons and you can fix them and you can give them stability and you can provide everything for them. Again, it's feeling like I just want you to do all the work and I'll sit back and do nothing and I'll love every second of it. And it's like, of course you're going to love every second of it because you're not doing anything that actually benefits this for me. You know, and that's probably how you're feeling. It's like, bro, like you didn't give anything the first time and you still seem like you're not going to give this time. Like, what are you doing? Like, stop wasting my time. Yeah. Ugh. Again, this is like one of those readings where like your energy is great, but like people are around you are just like acting like fools. And I think it's because you're like in some sort of huge transformation in your life. And people, even if you have no like physical evidence of this, even if like, you know, yeah, like it may not be anything that you truly like feel, but it's like everybody around you can sense that you're going up in the world, that you're on your track, that you are on your path to greatness. And it's like they just feel like leeches. They feel like leeches trying to leech onto you. And I don't like that energy. I don't like that at all. Yeah. Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This person's probably making plans to come towards you, but unfinished business is what I'm getting with that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, it's like, okay, you're like super wise and your intuition's on point here. And these people just want to like, well, this person specifically, it's like they know that they've messed up and they want to come back, but they don't have anything to offer. It feels like just smoke and mirrors. Like they just are wanting to distract you with their body or distract you with their, you know, with the love that you feel for this person without giving anything anything that truly matters, anything that truly makes a difference. It feels so shallow, you know? I do not dig. Okay, let's clarify this Temperance card, please and thank you. Can you clarify that Temperance card for me, please and thank you? Anything else for this Temperance card, please and thank you? Okay. Anything else for that Temperance card, please? Well, okay, let's see. So clarifying the Temperance card is Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Okay, so now I'm getting the message. Your intuition is spot on in terms of like what you want to pursue, what you want to build. The ideas that you have right now, or the ideas that you've had in the past that you're acting on, these are things that the divine wants you to do. The divine wants to encourage you to go down these paths of like ideas that you want to explore. Again, there's something about a life path here. Something connected to your life path. Things that may start out as no more than like a little seed are going to grow into a big tree. And so I'm literally getting the message where it's like the sooner you water that seed, the faster it will grow. And that's kind of what I'm getting with the Temperance card. It's like you adding water is like the action to these plans. Because like thinking about planting seeds is one thing, but actually planting seeds and taking care of them so that they grow is a completely different thing. And I feel like, yeah, the divine wants to direct you towards the things that you're being drawn or called to do. And they may just start out small. And honestly, I'm getting with the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, it could be completely two different ideas that you have, but both of them have great potential for expansion, have great potential for success, stability, security. Yeah, you probably have more than one idea here. And they're both like, they're all worth exploring. And I feel like the divine really wants you to explore those paths because it could lead to your success with the Six of Wands. I feel like you're going to be celebrated. You may become a master in your profession or a master in those areas. Maybe you're like finding your niche within a certain area of life or certain area that you want to explore. And that leads you to success because you're doing things in a way that nobody else has before. And then people see you and they give you that acknowledgement, they give you that praise. And I'm also getting like maybe it gives you some sense of belonging, some greater sense of belonging or some greater sense of purpose. it will be worth it in the end is what I'm getting. Whatever those investments are, that may just start out very small. Could be nothing more than just a thought that you have from time to time. And then you just take that thought and maybe add some details and try to make it work at the reality. Maybe even just taking baby steps in that direction will show you that it's worth the payoff. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy is the Devil card. So this I'm almost getting as like a card of self-doubt. If it comes, or like when it comes to, sorry my leg itches. I blame the ants. In regards to pursuing these paths, understanding that your future in those paths, with those paths that you plan on pursuing, you will be successful. And maybe you're having thoughts of self-doubt that are kind of nagging at you, or maybe you feel like it's not possible for you. There could be definitely insecurities with the Devil card. Also, I'm getting the message that, again, your intuition is spot on when it comes to people that are toxic around you. Trust your intuition when it comes to people that you feel like are toxic, because I think you're right. Okay? This could also be trying to tell you that you need to cut out those toxic people when it comes to pursuing these ideas that you have, when it comes to going down these paths. The people that are like just dragging you down, that are trying to hold you back, that are filling your head with self-doubt, those people need to be let go of. And I think you know exactly who those people are. And even if you can't cut them out completely, at least put up some boundaries with them so that they're not, I almost said ruining your life, but like, you know, overruling your life, or just, you know, controlling your life to the point where you're not really living it, you know, or you're feeling restrained, restricted. Yeah, there could be a message with that. Okay, let's clarify this Nine of Pentacles, please and thank you. Anything else for that Nine of Pentacles, please and thank you. Anything else? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Oof. Okay. So, clarifying the Nine of Pentacles, we got the Six of Swords. Okay, so this kind of has to do with like, well, not always. It's not always a physical thing, but I'm almost getting like, I don't know, like either you physically changed your surroundings, or you're just like in a completely different place mentally wise than you were in the past, like in a good way. You either move to a new location that is very much serving you, or you're planning on moving, or you're just in a completely different place in terms of like your personal progress, your personal happiness, your personal fulfillment. Next card that came out, the Sun card. Yeah, you're in a place of greater happiness than you were before. Maybe you had a hard time feeling happy before in your life, but now it's like you're coming into this time of feeling much more happier, much more contented. Things may feel like they're working out for you. You may even find a boost to your energy. Something's motivating you, perhaps? Thank you, Auntie. You gotta get off. Bunga bunga. Come on. Thank you. And then we have the Ten of Cups. You're building the ideal life for yourself, and I'm not even seeing this in terms of like you and somebody else. I mean, sure, you can like apply that if it fits your situation or something. Like you may have a perfect partner and be living out the dream life, but I'm honestly getting that with or without somebody else, you are good. Like you're gonna have everything you want and more, whether or not it is with another person. Like honestly, you can fulfill yourself is what I'm getting. And maybe that's what your intuition is telling you. Like, you got this. Like, you can fulfill yourself. Maybe even better than anybody else ever has. Especially if you're attracting scrubs at this point. Like, you definitely... Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the energy I'm getting. Like, you may be single. And maybe you're realizing that you're better off single than with the wrong person or something like that. Or like, you know, if you're attracting scrubs, people, you know, well, I don't want to say like you're attracting scrubs because that sounds blamey, but like people are attracted to you that may or may not be scrubs. And yeah, I feel like you're like, with all of these options, like, I'd rather just be single and fulfill myself and do what I want to do and just go about my life happily and fulfill my own dreams, achieve my own goals and aspirations and whatnot. Yeah. Okay, I really like that. I'm getting like a very independent vibe for this last pile. So like maybe you're in like a time of just like great independence and it's really serving you. 8 of Cups, yes. Okay, so I was just like kind of saying this with the 10 of Cups. You've left behind people, places, things that just do not serve you anymore, that do not fulfill you. And you're moving towards the things that do fulfill you, the things that do serve you. Bro, I said get off. Can you, please? Thank you. No. Okay, whatever. I thought I got him off of my finger, but then he just came out of nowhere. But yeah. You have, oh my god, this last pile's my favorite. You're so awesome. You're my ideal. Like, you're my, like, who I want to be. Like, literally. Ugh. Because, like, you're putting yourself first. And, like, I think it's paying off. All those times that you've chosen yourself over, you know, because so many times in our society, and it's so common, unfortunately, that we think when we have a partner that that's the best we're going to get. And we might as well just deal with it, you know? Suck it up and deal with it, you know? Like, because nobody else is going to come along. But you're like... No. Like, you're like, I don't want to be like with somebody that makes me miserable. And it's not even like you have like, or like you may not even realize that you have like better options, and that could be not even like why you're leaving those situations, but rather just like for yourself, you know? Like, you just want to do what's best for you. Like, you don't even care if there's not anything better out there, even though, you know, that's just something we tell ourselves. Like, you're just like, yeah. It's just like this self-love mode that I'm just digging like crazy. It's so cool. And you're like, no matter how hard it is to start over, no matter how hard it is to leave somebody behind, I will do it because I know that's what is best for me. Like, you're like a ride or die for yourself is like the energy I'm getting. I love that energy. Oh my gosh, I really do. 7 of Wands also came out, so yeah. Again, there's that message about like, I don't care how hard things are gonna be. How hard it is to leave this person behind. How hard it is to change locations. How hard it is to start new again. To start over again. You're gonna just do it. You're gonna do the damn thing. You just have this can-do attitude, and I love it. Fly, I don't want you crawling on me. Yeah. And it's like, there's like a self-assuredness about you that I believe is contributing to your success. It's like, I know I got me, and I know Spirit has me. So I'm going to just do it. And I'm going to hope that it will go exactly as I plan, or that it will work out in my favor. Maybe not exactly as you plan, but like it will work out in your favor, and you know that within you. Like no matter what happens, things will be okay, and you trust that, and that's why you're successful. It's like this complete trust, not only in yourself, but in spirit. Jesus Take the Wheel is coming to mind. That could be a significant song for somebody out there. Could be something that you resonate with. But yeah, it's kind of that energy of like, I'm just gonna let it, lie with spirit. Because I think that, especially as humans, hello, Aunt. Please, okay. Where are you even going, dude? Shoot. Please don't crawl up my shorts. Oh, whatever. Anyways, where's it going with this? Yeah, like giving it to spirit, not. Oh, yes. As humans, we tend to believe, or we want to believe, that we are in control of way more than we truly are. And a lot of that has to do with the human ego. We think that we can control all of these things, partially because it's what we've been told by others. Partially it's been told to us through, education systems, through the media. We just have messages about us being able to control things. And a lot of times those are things that are actually out of our control. And so it feeds into this sort of vicious cycle of negativity, because it's like when we try to control something that we just can't control, we feel like a failure. In reality, it's just something that is beyond our control. And so it puts the pressure and the blame on the individual person rather than looking at the bigger picture. Like, hey, is this actually something I can control? Or is it out of my hands? And should I let it just be out of my hands? And so it's like when we finally realize that we're not in control of things, we can let go of our need to control them. We can let go of those desired outcomes we have for a situation. And instead of like holding so tightly to these specific ways of wanting things to turn out a very specific way, we just let it lie with spirit, and spirit will make sure everything works out exactly as it should. Even if it's not ideal, even if it's not how you expected or anticipated. It may even be better than you anticipated. It may even be better than what you planned. And that's kind of the joy of working with spirit, is like the more you release, the more you give to spirit, in terms of those things that we can't control, you will be so pleasantly surprised by the outcomes. You'll be so pleasantly surprised by, I believe that's a butterfly flying by. Is it a monarch? Might be a monarch butterfly. Kind of looked kind of small though. I wonder if it was like maybe a moth. Anyways, that could be a sign for you. Major transformation. Actually, that makes a lot of sense in this context. Yeah, you've just been transforming your life, transforming the way that you do things. And your intuition has been leading the way for you. And it's been so spot on. Spirit's saying, like, hell yeah, keep going. I think even you are saying to yourself to a degree, hell yeah, keep going. I think that there's something that you're very proud of when it comes to yourself. Maybe you're just finally realizing that you've been through so much, and you're like, you know what, I should take the time to appreciate what I've gone through. The fact that I never gave up, the fact that I keep going, the fact that I try to stay optimistic, even when it's like looking bleak, Yeah. But yeah. I think I was saying something about like working with spirit can be very beautiful, because when we release the things that we can't control and give it to spirit, spirit often surprises us in very beautiful ways, very unexpected ways, and ways that we don't see coming, that we may have never even asked for, but spirit knows what we need. And spirit knows what is best for everybody involved, not just ourselves, not just, what our human egos want, but rather what is best. And so you may be finding yourself really leaning into that right now. And that's very important, I feel like, especially when it comes to your intuition. Just listening to that intuition, listening to your divine communication. And it's leading you down some great paths to success. And it's really serving you. So yeah, keep trusting that intuition because it's spot on. Bottom of the deck energy is the Knight of Cups. So you may, I'm kind of getting like, this could be somebody coming towards you with a communication of love, of course, and you may know that that's coming through your intuition. But I'm also getting, this could be your energy. Maybe you have somebody that you would like to pursue. And maybe your intuition is telling like, hey, go for it. And so maybe that's kind of like also another message there. You know, maybe you have a crush on somebody. Maybe not this person that's kind of shitty, but like, you know, somebody that's actually good and, you know, good for you. So maybe like, feel free to flirt and see how it plays off. Like, is it reciprocated and such? But I feel like your intuition is spot on in terms of like romance right now. So whether or not you're getting like icky feelings that you're just like can't ignore, listen to that. If you're getting good vibes from somebody and you're feeling like, oh my gosh, we have a good connection, go for it. You know, I mean, always be respectful to the other person and make sure that you're not crossing any boundaries, or, you know, make sure you're listening to consent and all of that. But, you know, as long as you're not hurting anyone and you're going at it with the right intentions, then who knows what can come about it. So believe in love. Okay. So yeah, that's the message. I'm really, thank you so much for sticking with me through this, because I was kind of confused in a little bit in a couple of spots in this reading, but we got through it. We made it make sense. Yes. Okay. So thank you so much for watching this. I truly appreciate it. And if this resonated at all, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. And yeah, so... Oh, and if you want to get notified for my upcoming videos, just be sure to click the bell icon so that YouTube actually notifies you. Thank you so much for watching this. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.